What's up guys, Cocojobro here, and welcome back to another episode of Dead by Daylight. In today's video, I'm actually going to be creating a beginner's guide for a lot of you guys who want to jump into Nemesis. Now, if you jumped into my streams or seen a couple of my videos, you know that I play him very aggressively, very well, but this guy is actually a very hard killer to play as. And so in today's guide, the 4 things that we're going to be going over is we're going to be going over his basic kit. So you have to understand the killer as himself. You got to respect his build. The second one is the mutations. That's his power that he has, or his ability that happens over time, the mutation rate. And then also too, we want to go over play styles and strategies. So I want to help you guys understand how to play him, when to do certain decision makings, and just try to help you guys up your game when you play as Nemesis. And then the last thing I do want to go over is a beginner's build and kind of an advanced build. So maybe if you guys are more adapt towards killer and you want a build that's going to help you get consecutive wins, we'll go over that. But if you're just starting off, maybe you don't have all the perks unlocked, all the add-ons, whatnot, then I'm definitely going to go over that. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to put on the screen right now, you're going to see a little description about the Nemesis and his build. So Nemi doesn't have a weapon, he actually uses his fist to basic attack the survivors. So it's super cool, it's the first killer that actually punches the crap out of survivors. It's really fun to just uppercut someone, and it's just awesome to put that pressure. Now his second ability is he has a tentacle attack, or tentacle strike is what they call it. And with that there are mutation rates that go along with it. So when you use your tentacle, your camera is fixed at a certain angle, you can't look down, and what you do is you slap people with a tentacle that is a very narrow hitbox. It is very easy for the survivors to dodge, and it is very difficult to land. So in some situations, it is better to M1 than to M2. And when I mean by M1 is mouse 1 and mouse 2. So tentacle, or do you want to do your basic attack for a guaranteed hit, right? So one of the things I want to do is put something on the screen for you guys. There's a streamer by the name of Addons. You guys probably know or heard of him. He did a little experiment where people have this argument. What is better? Is it better to use your tentacle strike over and over and over again and utilize the killer's new power? Or is it better to use your basic attack in a pursuit? Now, as you're seeing on the screen right now, you'll see that he has the M2 times 3 up top, right? M2, M2, M2. And that's first when you attack a survivor, they don't get injured. They actually get contaminated or infected. And what happens is now zombies are able to hurt them, or when you smack them again with your tentacle, then they will get injured, or you can down them into the dying state. Also to note is that Nemesis comes with zombies, 2 of them on the map, and if they actually smack someone, if they're healthy, then they become contaminated as well, so they can help you along the way. But you'll see here that if you choose to whack someone with your tentacle strike. Now in here too, this is someone who's just running straight and narrow. They're not dodging, they're not weaving, they're not running around a pallet or something, dropping that, stunning you. This is literally just from easy hit to easy hit to easy hit. It is about 22-23 seconds, which is not bad. And if you just choose to M1 and then M1 again, punching them, then it's about a 15-second chase from the second that you punch them. Now again, survivors are very, very, very aware that they can just whip around and move around, and so your chase won't be 22 seconds of M2ing. It might turn into a 30-second chase or a 40-second chase, maybe even longer if you're not accurate with it, and you can get frustrated too. I really want to give you guys a really important information for some of you new killers, or maybe some of you advanced killers. When a survivor is on a generator by themselves, it takes them 80 seconds to do that generator. When there are 2 survivors on a generator, it takes them about 44-45 seconds to do it. When there's 3, it's about 33 seconds, and I believe when 4 survivors are on a gen, it will take them about 27 seconds to do a gen. So imagine taking about 22 seconds to maybe 30, maybe the survivor jukes you, then you finally down them, you pick them up, you take them to a hook, and then you go to another generator to find someone. In roughly that time, you've probably spent anywhere from 30 seconds to 50 seconds doing all of that and barely knowing where to go next. Mind you, one person will be on a hook at that point, and 3 other survivors are doing generators. in that case, you're probably going to lose a lot of gens. So my advice to give you guys is play it safe, and either you can go for the M2 attacks, Tentacle Strike, and take a risk of missing a lot, or you can take it very, very, very safe in M1 survivors and punch them. So I want to go over the mutation rate really quick. So whenever you hit someone with your tentacle at tier 1, you'll get 50%. If you smack them again, then you'll get another 20-ish%. If you smack them one more time, then you'll get another 20-ish. So you'll need to smack someone one more time in order to get to tier 2. Tier 1 only infects people or contaminates them, and it doesn't do anything else but just contaminates or lets you hurt them once they're contaminated. When you're in tier 2, this is where you shine the best, I feel, with Nemesis. You are able to break pallets, you're able to break walls, and you really just bring that pressure for the survivors. It's amazing. And I think that it's really good to have this ability because your range is extended with your Tentacle Strike to 5 meters. If you get to tier 3, nothing is really special. Some people speculate that when you hit someone or connect with your tentacle that you have a cooldown, kind of like a save the best for last, where that animation is very quick and you can get back in the chase. But what's confirmed is that it goes from 5 meters to a 6 meter Tentacle Strike. So in my case, what I think is very, I would say the best strategy is, if you can, try to narrow down your survivors on a hallway or guarantee them to go towards a loop that they're about to drop the pallet at. Or you can also get them into a window and then smack them right as they're going to go through the window. So don't try to be super risky. Don't be really flashy. Remember, you need to end your chases fast because generators will be flying if you don't do your job, right? The survivors are always going to be on gens, getting towards that goal of exiting and escaping your grasp. What you need to do is end your chases fast so you can get people off of gens to unhook and then get that constant steamrolled going, that snowball effect. So that's what you really want to do. I personally, when I first started, if you watch my older videos on Nemesis, you'll see that I'm very safe player, and I start to M1 a lot and just punch, running save the best for last, as you can see right here on my build. It's a really strong build or a perk for Nemesis. But later on, like if you watch my streams now, you'll see that I go for those risky plays. I'm very aggressive with my play style. I love to just get in there and make survivors feel like they don't have an option, they don't have a way, make them feel very uncomfortable and keep that pressure on them. So if you're just starting, play it very safe, get to know the kit, get to know the killer, get to know the build that you're running, get used to those perks, because that's what really matters. If you want to be aggressive, if you're a very good killer, then definitely take more risk and don't be afraid to fail. If you fail, that's totally fine. You'll get better at the killer, trust me. All right. So one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to go over a really easy build. So I'm going to go to my Huntress because she has more of the basic perks. So if we look at Huntress's kit, these are all perks that you don't need to use to go through the Bloodwood with another killer, right? So like if I needed Hex Ruin, right, I need to upgrade my Hag. If I need Agitation, I would need to upgrade Trapper. But these are all uncommon perks that come in, or common perks that come with every killer no matter what. So you can run these with Nemesis. Now Whispers, what it does is when you're looking in a direction, Whispers will go off when you get close to a survivor 32 meters away if it's maxed out. And you'll know where a survivor is. This really helps you at the beginning of the game, so you know what area they're in. Are they in this quarter, that quarter? And even at your end game, it'll let you know what door the survivors are at. If you need a crutch, and I really say this as a crutch, this is a perk that will help you end games with ease. And what happens if all of the generators are done, then you can one-shot survivors with your basic attack and they go to the ground, dying state, you pick them up, throw them on the hook. Now I will really say this with a grain of salt for you guys. This is a perk that rewards bad gameplay, and what I mean by that is that if a survivor loops you and the team does really good, they should not get punished for doing good in the game. And this is what happens with survivor groups like me. I'll loop the killer, we do really good, and then our team will just get wiped because of no ed. Now at the same time, it will make you feel very insecure if you do not have this perk. So I would really recommend don't run this perk every game, because you'll get used to having that crutch at the end. You want to do really good and build your confidence as a killer, and not rely on crutch perks like this one. And also too, if they cleanse all your totems, then you can't use save the best for last. But I'm just throwing this in there because I even run it when I'm trying a new killer. I don't really run it now because I feel more confident. But if you are just trying to learn Nemesis, definitely run this. Punch a couple people at the end game, get maybe a 1k, 2k, maybe even a 4k, who knows, right? Bitter Murmur. So this perk, whenever someone does a generator, you'll be able to see the survivors in which direction they're running for 5 seconds, whoever's near that gen for 5 seconds. And at the end of the match, you'll be able to see all of the survivors on the map for 10 seconds. This is valuable information. You'll know which door they're going to. You'll know if someone's healing because they're injured. You'll just know where to go. And if you can kind of maybe even grasp the survivor silhouettes, you'll know, oh, I hooked that Meg, 2 hooks, she's dead on hook, let me go for her and get a kill. Oh, that Lori over there, she's 1 hook, or maybe she hasn't even been hooked, maybe I shouldn't even go after her. So you'll just know that. And then Sloppy Butcher, this creates a status effect called Mangled and Hemorrhage. Now Hemorrhage makes the blood on the floor appear more often, so you could see their blood splatters while they're walking away or running away. It's more easier for you to detect. Also too, when they're mangled, it's a longer time for them to heal. I believe it's 20% more the debuff on their healing. So that's a really basic build. Let me go back to Nemi and we'll wrap up this video right here. So with Nemesis, he has some really good perks. He has the Eruption perk, where if you kick a generator and then you down someone, that will explode a gen that someone's working on. It will reveal their location, and it makes them incapacitated, so they can't do anything really. They can't flashlight save, they can't heal, they just can't do anything to help the team. So that's for 14 seconds at max. He also has another perk called Hysteria, which I'm not really going to go over. It's good, but it's not really amazing for me. This is a build that I think is really strong. Lethal Pursuer, at the beginning of the game, you could see all the survivors for 9 seconds. This will let you know if the whole team's on a gen, if they're spread out 2 and 2, if everyone's on a gen. It'll just give you a lot of information to know, okay, this gen, if I don't end this chase, will be done before I can hook and go over there. Or I have enough time to pop it, I have enough time to interrupt them. There was only 1 person at this gen, so I can go over to the next side. So that's a really good perk. Save the best for last. Every time you punch someone, like I said, that's a safe strategy. Then you will get 5% knocked off of your cooldown animation when you successfully hit a survivor. So this allows you to get into the chases a lot faster. It's very helpful to keep the pressure on a Survive of Friends group, or just a really good group of survivors if you're struggling. Barbecue and Chili, once you hook someone, you'll know exactly where to go next. This is very good. Again, pressure. You only have 80 seconds before another gen is popping, and if you're not keeping pressure and keeping people off of gens, then you're going to lose games. So this is really good. And then Surge, most of the time you are going to use your basic M1 attack because it is a lot safer than your M2 attack. So I would really recommend Surge, because when you down someone, any generators around you for 32 meters, those gens will pop, they'll regress for 8%, and you can only trigger this every 40 seconds. Now this is really cool because I've been on like saloon maps, or if you have a really good 3 gen, like I had one in Badham. If you look at my I have a video called this perk this add-ons OP, you'll see that I had like a nice 3 gen, and with 1 surge I knocked out like 2 gens at a time that they're working on. So that just buys you time. You can switch that out for like Pop Goes the Weasel, right? But that causes you to hook and then go to that gen and then kick it. And with a lot of people running Blast Mine right now, which is a perk where they put a flash grenade on top and they kick it, it stuns you for like 5 seconds. It kind of is just wasting your time. So why not just explode it with that? You could also run Tinkerer if you want to use that instead of barbecue and chili, because then you'll know, oh, that gen's at 80 or 70%. You could run it with barbecue and chili if you want to. Oh, 2 people are there. I have 16 seconds to get over there before that gen's going to pop. Oh, there's only 1 person there. I have 24 seconds before that gen pops. So Tinker is really cool too. It lets you get a surprise attack. Lastly, really quick, I just want to go over the add-ons, some of the add-ons that I think are really good, and then we'll end this video. His iridescent add-ons are complete trash, in my opinion. They don't do really anything for you. Someone being exposed for 12 seconds, you won't know where they are on the map, and the zombies moving fast. Your zombies can be halfway across the map, not even near the gens. If they're near a gen, the survivors aren't even going to do it, so it doesn't matter. For the purple add-ons, I think that the depleted ink ribbon should have been an iridescent. It does 3 things for you. It makes your zombies respawn faster, so if you smack them to increase your mutation rate, then you can do that. If you decrease, it increases their movement, and then if the gens go off and they try to open the exit gates, a zombie will appear in there if you destroy one of your zombies. For the green ones, I think the best 2 I would use is the Tyrant Score. This one increases your mutation rate when you smack a zombie. I believe every time you smack a zombie, it's only 20%. If you smack a survivor, you'll get 50%. And it'll take a little bit more for tier 2 to get to tier 3. But yeah, if you use the Tyrant Score, that'll increase it and it'll make them respawn faster. If you destroy your zombies, it takes 15 seconds for them to come back. If a survivor destroys it with a pallet or a head-on, it takes 45 seconds for that to come back, that zombie to come back. Also too, there's the serotonin injector. This one makes you undetectable when you destroy a zombie, whether you use your M1 or M2. And this really helped me when I said that video, this add-on's OP. This add-on's great. It helped me win this game really, really fast. For the yellow add-ons, the best 2 I love running is the admin wristband. It considerably extends the range that your survivors can, or your zombies can hear the survivors, or they hear the gen being worked on, a vault, blah, 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 blah. And then Mikhail's eye, it makes the zombies' movement speed go faster. Same thing over here for your brown add-ons. This is just like the poor man's version of the yellow ones. Slightly increases the zombie movement, brain, intestines, and then the visitor wristband extends the zombie range. So I hope that this guide really helped you guys out. Let me know what type of playstyle do you guys want to see. Do you want to be a aggressive killer? Do you want to play it safe first? I would highly recommend putting a lot of time into it. Don't worry if you only get a 1k, 2k. You know, don't let people put you down for trying a new killer. Don't let end games chat trigger you. Just stay focused. Keep your eyes on the prize. You'll get better as you play. I've been playing for about 3,000 plus hours. I think we're gonna go to 3.5 in a little bit. So if you like this guide, let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see next. Hey, I want to learn Pyramid Head, or I want to learn Trapper. Just let me know, and I would love to help you guys out. I'll try to put out another video for you guys using both builds so that you guys can see that. But thank you guys again so much for supporting me, for watching this channel, and for being a part of my community. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.